Hello everybody, welcome to another review by the Peace Security. Now, today I've got the Avast free Antivirus 7, which is their latest version. You can check that out here, 7.0.1426. This is their latest version. Let me just show you that it's up to date. Now, today we'll be doing something a little bit different. We won't be testing it with the settings that it comes with. We'll be testing it, in fact, in some custom settings, which will basically show us the maximal level of security that this application can provide. So cloud, this is something new that they've integrated. The cloud services can be pretty handy. Now, in behavior settings, I'm going to change one setting here. I'm going to leave everything enabled as usual, but I'm not going to let it auto decide. I'll just change it to ask so that I get an alert whenever the behavior shield finds anything suspicious. Other than that, I'm just going to go to the auto sandbox. And I'll leave it at auto because I don't want to get too many alerts for the sandbox. This is just the way most users leave it. I'll just leave it that way. And one more thing that I'm going to do is with the real-time shields, the Filesystem Shield, I'm going to go to expert settings and let me just make sure that everything's enabled, scanning of all kinds of files. Now these are some of the exclusions. I'll just leave them just the way they are. And okay, I'll leave all of these the same way. Move to chest, delete. Now here's something that I'm going to change. I'm going to change the heuristic sensitivity from normal to high. Of course, it might cause a little bit of memory usage hike, but I guess it's fine. Now I'm also going to enable the scan for potential unwanted programs. So that's all the changes that I'll be making. So this is how we'll be testing the application. So let me just go and grab some files now. I mean links, sorry. So I'll be back with some malware links. Okay, so here we've got, I think, 11 or so pieces of malware links that are pretty new. All of these are 0-day malware. I just grabbed them, so they're all less than 24 hours old. Now we'll just try them out and see how Avast protects us. First one's a Trojan. We'll just run it, see if it gets blocked or anything. In fact, this file is digitally signed, but I'm pretty sure it's a piece of malware. So whatever that was, it was let through. It wasn't blocked by Avast. So let's try the next one. Okay, now this one crashed. So try running the next one here. It's a piece of adware. Looks like their servers are pretty slow, so I guess we'll have to wait. Let's just try out the next one. Now this is some kind of an exploit. And there you go. Exploit, Trojan horse, all kinds of things that it was trying to drop were all blocked by Avast. So that one was blocked. Let's try the next one. This is probably another Trojan. Okay, this one's a potential unwanted program, and it's blocked. So let's try the next one here. Okay, there you go. This one's blocked by their web blocking as a malicious URL, so it didn't allow me to open this one. Okay, so it looks like this one was blocked as well. Now this is the secure DNS from my host machine. So we'll just skip this, see if we can still open the site. Nah, I'm having some problems with opening this anyway. Let's just try the next one. This RAR file, we'll just open it. Let's just try out the next one while that one's downloading. Okay, this is another, whoops, I just hit the wrong button there. So we'll just download that again. It's a pretty big file, so probably it's another PUP or something like that. All of these were pretty low detection malware, not like they're detected by each and every engine. Most of them were about 7 to 10 engines detection malware. We just get out of this DNS. So let's try run this one here that we've got. And there you go, another PUP. So you can see the difference it makes by enabling the potentially unwanted program detection. Now this one's still not run. Try to open it. So far there has been no response from Sandbox, but here you go, this is the first one. And it wants to open the program in Sandbox, and I'm going to open it in Sandbox just as it wants me to. And while that's opening, let's try the next link. There you go, this one's another port scanner or something like that. There you go, this one's suspicious. I'm going to terminate it just as it wants me to do that. There you go, again another Sandbox alert. I'll hit OK. Trojan horse blocked, so that was some kind of a dropper site. So let's try out the last link. Had pretty good luck with the links today, everything's working. Just run this, this is an executable. Just wondering if there's something wrong with the servers, or is it my computer's connection? Don't know. So I guess I'll be back now. This one's just running right now. It's a piece of adware, so I don't know if Avast will detect it. Avast is not that good in detecting adware, PUPs, all that kinds of stuff. I think this one had a detection ratio. Okay, there you go. So, potentially unwanted program blocked. So it's not that bad. There you go, another PUP blocked. So, I guess it did a decent job. Now let's just check out the memory and see if anything's running. And let's also find out how much RAM the Avast interface, that Avast program uses. Now right now I don't see anything really suspicious. Computer looks clean. Avast is using 26 megabytes, which is pretty light, but that's kind of a little bit more than what it uses at system idle. We're just using the browser. At system idle, you generally will find it at about 10 to 15 megs, so it's pretty light. And the installer was 71.2 megs, so it's pretty light application, not tough to download or anything. So yes, I'll just grab the files and take a look at their detection rate. Okay, so I just grabbed 402 pieces of malware here. All of these are infected files. There are 402 of them, as you just saw. So now I'm going to open up Avast. I've just disabled it so that I could get these files. So now I'm going to do a manual scan. I'm not going to do it the way it's set up. I'm changed the setting to, I'll turn on the detection of PUPs, and then I'm just going to hit start, select the folder, hit OK, and we'll see what it finds. One thing I really like about Avast is that they have a pretty fast scan and removal process. So still, I guess I don't want to waste your time, so I'll just pause. Okay, so it's found some stuff. Now before we go through the removal, just to remind you that these files are all pretty new. They're not pretty old files. They're all just from yesterday, so I'm not expecting amazing detection rate. Anything around 70 plus is average, 80 plus is good. So that's our criteria for deciding the fate of this application. Now I'm just selecting everything to delete. I'll hit apply, and we'll see how long this takes. It's pretty fast. There you go. Have to say, this is one of the fastest cleaning process that I've seen. There you go, it's all done in just a second, so that was amazing. There you go. Now it wants me to do a boot time scan. Now this is something else that the Avast antivirus comes with, but I'm not going to do that now. So we have 68 items left over. See what kind of detection rate that gives us. We had 402. Okay, so that gives us a detection rate of 83.08%. In fact, that's pretty impressive, I have to say. I think last time we did this kind of test with Bitdefender, I remember, and it got only 81%, so this is not bad at all. In fact, it's pretty good. So let's just open up the folder, and I know a lot of reviews that show Avast getting a pretty bad detection rate. Even I had. Now that's because by default scanning of potentially unwanted programs is turned off, and as we know, a lot of malware nowadays are just potentially unwanted programs. So that's about it for the detection. Now let's try run some of these and see what kind of protection they have against files that are not in their signatures. They do have a sandbox, they do have a cloud. Let's see how those things come into play here. That's the first one. This is just a piece of adware. I'm not really interested in these kinds of adware that do nothing, but there you go. If you do the quick install, that's going to change your web browser settings, so that's why it's in a piece of adware. But I don't really bother much about these things, because if you are kind of like an advanced user, you can just get rid of them yourself. And they can be removed using control panel, so I don't know how to classify them. So far, nothing from Avast. I don't know what they're doing with their sandbox, because it's not blocked even a file yet. Still to block one. There you go. This is another piece of adware that installed straight away. Absolutely no response from Avast. despite of the high heuristics and the cloud and the sandbox and all sorts of things that they have. None of them seems to respond to these. So I guess that's kind of like enough. I'm not getting anything from Avast, so there's no point. Okay, no suspicious file blocked. So I don't know what exactly blocked this. Infection, suspicious, moved chest. Don't know, might be the heuristics or the cloud, I'm not so sure. There you go, you can just exit these setups if you want, so I don't exactly classify them as really dangerous malware. But there you go, they can be really annoying, as you can see. So there, but it looks like Avast are doing some things here now. Another application was blocked by their behavior blocking. See if it blocks this piece of adware. A lot of browser windows opening out. It's not exactly doing any serious damage to the system because all of these files are pieces of adware, but they're still pretty annoying, and I believe Avast should have blocked these. But anyway, Avast is never good in detection of PUPs and all that kind of stuff. So let's just reboot and run CCleaner, and then I'll run Hitman Pro, and I'll be right back. Okay, so Hitman Pro just finished scanning, and you can see what it's found. Now, the first one is present in temp files. I don't know how this managed to stay back even after running CCleaner, but it stayed back. So it's not a major miss, probably was sandboxed or something and it's left over. Now, uninstall.exe, this is present in program files, PDF reader, and Hitman Pro says it's malware. It's caught by the MCSoft, GData, and Dr. Web engine. And this one is the file that we downloaded, but it couldn't run successfully. This is the application that crashed during the link test, and this also classified as malware. It's caught by GData and Icarus. Now, just to make this review more precise and just to give us an idea of what it has missed, I just uploaded them to Firestore, and you can see what they are. This one's an adware that uninstall.exe, as you can see, it's adware install core. It's detected by quite a lot of engines. It's a shame that Avast don't have a signature for it. Second one I think should have been caught. First one, okay, it's fine. Avast doesn't do very well when it comes to detecting adware. But this one's a Trojan banker, some call it, there you go, it's certainly a banker, it's some kind of Trojan. So I guess this should have been caught. So, I don't like it that they don't have a signature for it. AVG has, Bitdefender has, even Clam AV got this. We've got all sorts of engines getting this, Kaspersky, even McAfee. But it's another surprise that neither Komodo nor Dr. Web have a signature for this, so can't say anything for sure, but it certainly shouldn't have been missed. File crashed, but you never know what it might have done. So that's what Hitman Pro has found. Now I'll just remove them and run a scan with Malwarebytes, and I'll be back with the results. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, Malwarebytes didn't find anything. Well, I just want to tell you guys that Avast is not that bad. I mean, it did protect fairly well. I think it did a pretty decent job. There haven't been any serious system infections. the only thing that has happened is I think my browser web page has been changed. Other than that, I think it did pretty well. So if you have this installed, I wouldn't recommend trying something else. I'd say stick with it, and certainly try changing the settings to what I've done. And in case you get more false positives or anything like that, please let me know. So that's it for this review. Have a good day and goodbye.